today we're going to learn how to sketch quadratic functions. Okay, basically in this picture you see the basic shape of quadratic function. When you have a positive x squared, the curve is smiling, while negative x squared, the curve is another way. So for the first functions, the things that you need to do when you want to sketch the quadratic function is you have to do completing the square. So from here I start like this. So x squared, continue with x. Then you see the next one is minus followed by minus. Then you see 2x, the half of 2 is actually 1. So in bracket square minus what? Minus, you see the 1 in front, you have 1 square is equals to 1. So minus 1 plus 4. So you already did your completing the square. Okay, so this is the answer after you do completing the square. So every quadratic function, they have their own important point. How to identify the important point, or we call the middle point, actually from the completing square form. As you see here, okay, x minus 1. If I solve for this, you will get the important point. Okay, the coordinate for the important point, or I say the middle point. The coordinate is, I can read from the completing square, which is 1, 3. Why 1, 3, not negative 1? Because you can see by yourself, if I substitute x equal to 1, I get 1 minus 1 equals 0. Then I end up with coordinate y equals 3. So the middle point is 1, 3. So after I get this, I can sketch the graph already lah. So what you plot the point first, 1, y is 3. Okay, you remember to label everything first. Alright, then you come back to the questions. This is a positive x squared, so I know the basic shape already. It should be follow the red color one. So from this middle point, I expand. Then you get a curve. And then if you can find already the y-intercept by substitute f0. Okay, if you substitute f0, you should get 4. So you can label your y-intercept. So this is how you get your quadratic graph. And then in case you see the other one, okay, what about the other one? For this case, you don't need to do completing the square. Before you do anything, you already know the shape. The shape is the opposite shape. So this is they're following the green color one. Okay, so I can write this one as negative x minus 0 square minus 5. So from here, again, I got my middle point. I always get the coordinate first. The middle point is 0, negative 5. Okay, so now I can sketch the graph. Label the x and y axis first, and then I plot the middle point first. So 0 and then negative 5. So let's say my negative 5 is over here. So 0, negative 5 is this point. Then from here, I can start to draw my curve already. Once I get the middle point, I know the basic shape already. Then from the middle point, I just expand the curve. Okay, so this is how I'm doing the graph. Okay, so from this graph also, if let's say you are asked to find the domain of this function. So for quadratic functions, all the real value can be substituted. So the domain, you can say negative infinity to positive infinity. Then what about the range? Okay, the range of this function is how you read. You can read like this. Okay, from the graph you draw. From the graph you draw towards y-axis. Okay, you can see the value of y, which is our range lah. So it starts from negative infinity until the highest value of y that you have is negative 5. So included. Okay, so that's it. Hopefully you got the idea.